This is the January 4th edition of Slow Home Studio.
My name is John Brown, and this is Matthew North, and today we're going to be answering a question from one of our viewers who was watching our kitchen design segments, design minute segments, and had a question about his own house.
Yes, so he is from Vancouver, and his question is, after watching your design minute segments on kitchens, I started to think about the problems I have with the kitchen in the new house I just bought. Here is the floor plan from the marketing folder. Can you tell me what is wrong with my kitchen? It feels small, but when I look at the plan, it doesn't seem to be. Ari from Vancouver.
All right, so Ari sent us this plan from the marketing brochure, and his question has to do with this and the layout of that kitchen. What do you think?
I think the big challenge with this kitchen is the location and shape of the island. It's one of those things where if the designer had just paid a little bit more attention to the island design, I think it would have solved a whole bunch of problems, because really, this is not a badly laid out kitchen. I mean, it has a lot of the attributes to it that we espouse all the time. Like, it's an L shape, it's backed into the corner, there's a really tight appliance triangle, the appliances are in a block on the one side, the sink is in front of the window, there's a lot of counter space. I think it's actually pretty good. It's the island that's the problem.
Yeah, I agree, and just to step back once more, I think this is actually a pretty good plan. If you just look at it, it's got a good entry with a closet that's separate from that. The living room, there's a formal living room that looks out onto a porch, and it doesn't have a garage. The dining room, it's a side yard dining room, but it's a good proportion.
It's a really good proportion,
and it makes sense of that circulation space, so that it's shared with the dining room. It's a good location for the bathroom, the guest bathroom. It's far enough away, even though the door does look out. It's far enough away that I don't think it's a problem. You got a clear, open, family-type living space in the back. The family room has got a fireplace that's to organize the furniture around. It's got a window on the side. I think it makes sense how you would actually furnish that in a meaningful way. The porch is nice, and the kitchen, as you say, is good. I think the problem is the nook. I don't think the problem is with the kitchen at all. I think the problem is with the nook. Wouldn't it just be better if this island just extended out like that?
I think that's one way you could look at it. I think the other thing that I was thinking that might work is actually just to turn the island this way and rearrange the appliances and make the island not quite as big. And then you could have a couple seats there. Maybe if the sink was there, if that would be possible, and then the cooktop maybe was over here or something. I mean, I'm kind of redesigning the whole thing. I also think that there's a little bit of an issue with this closet here. I think if the kitchen kind of stopped there and maybe we had a piece of built-in furniture and that gave us enough room for a kitchen table that was appropriately sized, I think that would also work. I think extending the island all the way across would be one thing you could do, and then you would have a really large-sized kitchen, and that would be a great. Then you would not have the nook table at all, because you would have counter seating. You could have it all the way around the end of the island. But I think if you wanted to be maybe more conservative, I think just rotating the island, squaring it off, and making the kitchen a little more compact, I think would work as well.
Well, and it really comes down to two questions. Do you want to have a nook and a dining room? And then this was just this house was just purchased. And so are we really going to start taking the kitchen apart and redoing it? And I think you could conceivably take that island out, because it doesn't have any appliances in it, and just add a kind of big piece that maybe then has a freestanding table on the end that would allow you to make use of that.
I mean, I think that's a smart idea, because that would be very simple to do. That you're right. That island has no plumbing connections, no gas, nothing.
So there might be a small
bit
change
of flooring
in the
or something,
but really that's not a very expensive. That's a couple $1,000 thing to do, and then you could, it's probably centered on on that window. I think that it would be you'd stop the counter, you'd stop the cabinetry there, let that freestand and have
I like that
corner on the end, and then I think the house works really, really well. So Ari, I think you made a good choice on the floor plan. We didn't see the second floor plan, but if it's this well designed on the first floor, then it's probably pretty good up on the second floor as well. And a couple of small changes to that kitchen, which I think you should be able to do without breaking the bank, so to speak, I think would make a big difference. So I hope that helps, and thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.